My name is Kirsten Jepson, and I am currently the Product Marketing Director for TELUS International. TELUS International is a large contact center outsourcing company, so we do digital customer experience on the behalf of a lot of premium brands. I got to this role, it's been a long journey. Product is often a winding road, as many of us know. And I actually started in retail. So in 1986, I was very lucky to have found a job that wasn't a great time to be looking with Sears Roebuck. And boy, have things changed for them. It was not in product. I was a retail store manager, but got a great basis in business working in a retail establishment. So that was definitely a great way to get a career started. I was with them for about 4 years, and then I went into sales where I worked for another iconic brand, Gallo Winery, and I was in, really it was a marketing role. I called on restaurants and had a lot of fun tasting and drinking wine. So another great way to make my way through the corporate world and kind of a fun non-corporate environment. About that time, 7 years in, I said, you know, to do more, I really need to get an MBA under my belt. So I went back to school full-time and got my MBA in international business. And that's really where I think the concept of product started setting into my brain. And I started realizing that outside of managing retail stores and calling on hotels and restaurants, there was more to be done in the corporate offices and in the ever-changing world of what businesses have to offer to consumers and to other businesses, actually, which is another interesting complexity in terms of where I've landed. So after I got my MBA, I went into the financial services industry and worked for Equifax for a few years. And again, that's where I really started to get into product. A little bit of project management always tied in with that. And started working on a platform, actually. So a sort of an IT product where I had a lot of connections into IT. And my retail background came into play, as often happens. Again, it's this interwoven way of getting to where we are in product. And that retail background helped me because the product that I worked on was a conversion product. So someone would write a check in a store, and that product or that check writing would cause a offer of credit to come back to the retail establishment where they wrote that check. We don't even write checks anymore, really. So needless to say, that product has got sleepy pretty quickly. I went to work for Citibank on a card platform and was part of the early launch of plastic, so converting paper to plastic in the traveler check industry. And had a phenomenal time working for Citibank, really taking prepaid cards from the very early iterations to what they have become today. Today it's mostly virtual, then it was plastic. So paper traveler checks went away and prepaid cards became the norm. So again, had a great time working on that. And that was really where I started understanding how complex products could be and truly became ingrained in the concept of product management. Citibank being a large company and having multiple products really offered a lot in terms of building a discipline and building up some of the structure that helps create the foundation to bring products to market. So whether you use some of that or part of that has been something that I've learned since then, but that was really where that foundation started and has been really important in terms of moving forward. So from there, I went to work on actually a credit card platform. So again, back into the kind of IT space, for a company called FIS. Sykes, which is a contact center services company, was interested in my experience around banking because they are very vertically oriented. So having that banking background helped Sykes talk to clients in a way that was more sophisticated than competitors. So having product as well as that banking background, again, that pairing is what really helped me get to the next stage. I was with Sykes for about 8 years, working on helping bring the products that they offer, the contact center products that they offer, to businesses. And from there was offered an opportunity to build a product organization with a Sykes competitor, TELUS International, which is where I am today. So again, having a really interesting time helping this organization, which was much younger than Sykes. Sykes is 30 years old. This company is about 10 years old and had no foundation in product at all. And so bringing a couple of people who were sort of loosely working on products, they're kind of product owners in a way, taking those folks into a product, bringing those folks into a product organization, and also doing hands-on product marketing primarily myself. We've been able to really make some great headway over the past couple of years in terms of creating messaging around what we offer to the enterprises that we work with. This is really a B2B2C organization.